It's a really interesting question. All three of the kids in my family got spanked, and we got spanked up until we were about 10 years old. My sister got the worst of it, being the oldest, and my little brother got off easiest, coming 4 years behind. Um, but yeah, I think that it's not effective at all. All that it taught me was to hide things from my parents. It taught me to fear my parents. It it didn't encourage an honest relationship with them at all, and it made me kind of hate them sometimes too, which I can't think is ever a good idea. I don't like to see anyone get hit, much less little kids. It is. I don't think that physical abuse is necessarily a good measure for correcting behavior. It's a fair punishment, but not a learning tool. Not something that's going to teach you to not do that in the future. I think that um, yeah, there's different ways of teaching someone a lesson than physically harming them. What we went through. We never got lashed with belts or anything like that. My folks always used a long wooden kitchen spoon, and you would have an expectation of how many spankings you were going to get for whatever bad thing that you had done. However, if you squirmed or tried to get away and made it more challenging, then you would get more. So, but as a little kid, your rationalization skills are nothing, and you're like, well, if I can get away, I'm not going to get any spankings at all. So you still try, and you get more for squirming, more for lying, more for all sorts of things. But like I said, like I don't resent my parents for it. I feel like they did what they did because they thought that it was the best thing for us. But I don't think that it's the best for any children that are important to me in my life, and I would go against recommending it to anyone who is important to me. And my parents used to spank me, and they used to give me more for trying to get away. But in my mind, I would try and get away so that I wouldn't have any. Um, yeah, we definitely got yanked over their lap and bent over and humiliated, and it was done in front of each other to teach the others a lesson to not do whatever it was that the first person did to deserve their punishment. Um, it's not anything that I condone or that I would ever encourage anyone else to do, but it does kind of create a bit of a connection between people who have experienced that same kind of thing as like just so ridiculous and embarrassing and um, yeah, something that you'll never forget for sure. So thank you for asking, and yeah, they sure did right over the lap always.